Hey friends, it's Linda Dolke. I'm a Stampin' Up demonstrator in Australia, and this month, welcome to the Global Stampin' Video Hop. We are doing one layer cards for September 2023, and I'm very excited to have you with us. If you would like to see who else is doing the hop this month, scroll down to the description below this video. You'll see the next person in the hop, and you'll also see a full list of all the hoppers so that you can go through and see all the beautiful videos that we have for you this month in September. Enjoy! Okay, so here we go. This is a very simple card because it is a one layer card, and all the hoppers this month are working with one layer cards. I feel the formula to get a simple one layer card to work really well is to have something a little bit special going on. So it could be anything. It could be some bling. It could be, in my case, I'm going to do some masking today. So there's various things you can add to make, a bit of sparkle, something like that, that's going to make your card a little bit special. So I'm going to be using the Abundant Beauty decorative masks. These are on page 47 of the new catalogue, and I love them. These are gorgeous, and I want to show you why. Okay, see them here? In Australia, these are... I mean, there's sunflowers everywhere, but in Australia, we've just been coming through the end of sunflower season, so it feels very timely. I did do these with some pinks and other colours, but today I've decided to go very traditional, and I'm going to use some very simple colours to create some realistic looking sunflowers. And for my base piece, I'm going to be using thick cardstock. We have both basic white and also very vanilla available in thicker cardstock, a thicker weight. So this is half a sheet of A4, but whether you're using A4 or letter makes no difference, just half a sheet, and then you fold it in half again to make your basic card base size. I'm going to burnish that with a bone folder to make a nice flat crease. Okay. Now I'm going to be using my masks. There are 7 masks in the Abundant Beauty masks. There's this one that's kind of like a good background one, like a houndstooth design. In Australia, those of us who are watching from Australia might know this is what we know as the David Jones design, David Jones background. There's snowflakes, there's leaves, all different shapes, and then all these ones here, these are 4 that make up the basic sunflowers, which is what I'm working with today. So I've decided I wanted to have a greeting in the middle, and it's best to start with the greeting because then we know where we want our sunflowers to be. I want to center my greeting. I'm going to use this one that says, "Oh, happy day." So I'm just going to pop that out of the set. That's from the Kindest Expressions set, which is a really simple. I like that it's nice big letters. I always love big letters in a stamp set. All right, so I'm going to do this in my darkest color, which is Early Espresso. And let me just pop that. Make sure it's inked up well. And I'm going to pop that right in the middle. So then I've kind of given myself an idea of where I want everything else to be around the edges, because I'm going to be having my sunflowers go around the edges of my card. Now, what's different about these masks to any other ones we've had before is this little notch in the corner. See that there? If you match up the notch, your flowers are going to look amazing, absolutely fantastic. I'm going to start with the base flower, and I'm going to pop it down here, okay? And I'm going to have this one here in the corner. And I'm going to start with my crushed curry. So I've got a blending brush here that I've used for yellow before. And let me just open up my ink pad. All right, I'm going to grab some color straight from the surface of this particular crushed curry piece. You'll notice I've got my little notches here. Just be aware of that, where that is. I'm going to start here in the center, and I am going to just zip around. So it's going to be darker in the center where I started. Okay, and I'll lift this up so you can see. How nice is that? Isn't that beautiful? It's such a nice mask, okay? To put it back, you just put it back exactly where it was so that you can't see those white edges anymore, and that would be exactly right, and you'd be able to do it again if you'd missed any or something like that. All right, so then I think I'll do another one up here in the corner. let's just start with those couple. Okay, they look really nice, don't they? So this one here that I've started with, all right, if you bring in your nest, so we have 4 different ones. Okay, we've got this one that does the basic center of the flower, and this one that adds kind of like an accent. Okay, so you can see how nice this looks. Isn't this beautiful? So you can just put them straight on like this, but if you wanted to make sure that it's in the correct aligned spot, put the 2 notches together. Actually, let's move that. I'll do it properly. Put those 2 notches together. Okay, just like that. And start by adding your color, and then put my full circle over the top. Okay, I really, really like how this looks. I think it's fabulous. All right, let's do the next one. I'm going to have a couple of smaller ones. So I think maybe I'm going to turn it so that these ones are going to go here. Look at that. Aren't they pretty? And I'm going to have these guys, I'm going to have them coming up this side. Same again. It's looking really nice. Now you could put another piece, like for example, I could come in here again with the small one. I might do that actually, but over there it's not big enough, and I think I need somewhere to put my leaves anyway. So let's do those next. All right, so these ones, these guys here are the 2 smaller ones. See that there? So I've got a small one and a bigger one, and you want to line them up so they're both connected. And we're going to use our pecan pie again, and I'm going to come in there. I love these. I think they look so good. Line those 2 up again. Actually, that's not those 2. That's why it's not working properly. It's these 2. Okay. And then we've just got this little one here. If you need it a bit darker, go in and add a bit more color. I kind of like it having a bit more color just on one side. All right, that's looking really nice. And then we've got the next level of detail, which is like a little accent. Okay, this little guy here. So we can come in here with our darker color. Just put that on the edge. And I'm going to, this time I'm going to use my early espresso, which is my darkest color, to add some detail to the center of these. See how it's added that extra center? If you don't like that detail, you could just leave them as they are, but I really do like it. I think it's nice. And let's add that. Now I'm not using the notches on this one. It's easier to use the notches if you're using all 3 together. Like if I was doing all 3, then that's easier to do that. Let's use, hang on, the little one. You can see which is the smaller one and which one is the bigger one. Okay, so add some early espresso there. That, isn't that nice? And now we've got these 2. All right, so just that small one there to do, which is the little guy. And as for cleaning these, you just wipe them off with a baby wipe and they're nice and clean. Or you could use your chamois if you prefer. All right, liking that, but I think the whole thing is going to come alive when I add some leaves. So we have got these little leaves here, and we can add them wherever we want. So I'm going to use, for this one, I'm going to use Mossy Meadow, which is one of my favorite, probably, if I'm really honest, it's my favorite green. I use it more than any other color, I think. It's in our neutrals range, and it's just a lovely color to work with. How about that? Isn't that nice? I'm going to go this one here, and I would like them sort of facing in towards the center, but coming in from the edge. So kind of putting the end of them just over the edge of the paper. And then maybe this little round, kind of round one here. A bit more Mossy Meadow on there. Oh, I moved it, but that's okay. I'm just going to put it back where it should go. And it just means there'll be a little bit of a soft mark there, but it's not going to cause too many problems. So I'm going to have this one just in over the edge. One, two, three, four. I feel like we need another one. So we need an odd number. Always works better. Always works better. So I'm going to have this one coming in from this end here. Just, if it moves, just sort of move it gently into space and keep going. There you go. That's how it's coming together. And I feel like a little bit of bling on this would be lovely. We could go gold. We could go, I think maybe a little bit of sparkle would be nice. What do you think? We actually have lots of options. I think one of the reasons this works really well for a one layer card is because the way we do the masking actually makes it almost look 3D. The wild wheat, no, actually these are not. These are, oh, are they crushed curry or daffodil? I am not sure. These are from a recent set that we had with a set from the last catalogue. These are the wild wheat. You can see those are a little different. In fact, I think they look better. They're not too yellow. They're kind of more golden. And then there's also some gold sequins. Those would look really nice as well. Oh, I'm tempted. Will I go with the gold sequins, or will I go with the... I'm going to go with the gold sequins. All right, so I'm just going to grab my paper snips, or you could use the take your pick tool. But I've just got some paper snips here, and I'm just going to come in with a couple of these guys. So there's a gold one here. These are the gold, these are the neutral sequins, which I really, really like. I've been using them a lot lately. I just think they're really classy, and they're self-adhesive, so you haven't got to worry about finding glue dots or anything like that. Okay. And I'm going to call that a finished card. What do you think? Do we like it? I think for a one layer card, a super simple card that, you know, anyone can make with these masks. You don't even need any stamps apart from your greeting in the middle there. But I think this one came together really nicely. And I do love a one layer card. I hope that you'll join with all the other cards that are shown in our hop this month. There's some fabulous entries, or I shouldn't call them entries, submissions for this month's video hop. But enjoy it, and do stop by to my channel again soon. Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.